Hey, I'm back up here in Ozark. Today we're going to get in some bees. The last video I did up here was the video where I showed you how my bees were infested with hive beetles. We killed a lot of beetles, hopefully gave the bees the upper hand. But today I am armed with the Beetle Sucker 5000. I got this from the bug farmer. He saw my video and made me want to just send it to me, and I really appreciate that. So if we see a beetle infestation, we'll suck up some beetles and see how that thing works. I'm also going to apply some Hive Life fondant to these bees and just check on the overall health of them up here. It's been a little bit over a month since we were up here. I believe it's the 12th of January today. We're in the low 60s. We got some rain possibly coming in and some colder weather. Since I did that video, I've treated these bees with oxalic acid vapor 3 times. I'll probably hit them one more time up here when I'm done today. Pretty sure this is one of Michael Palmer's queens right here. Pull out the old towel here. Yeah, we got some beetles. Let's see if this thing works. It worked. Oh. Got a bee right there. A bee can't fit, but the beetles can. That's how it's designed. See, it seems like these towels don't do as well in the wintertime. We got a nice little cluster about this size right here. This is a double deep. I'll take a frame that's just outside the cluster here. So we got a few bees here. Yeah, we got beetles down in there. So that's the problem with it right now, is the beetles are all up amongst the bees, so it's hard to get them. It's an effective tool. It's kind of time consuming, but it's worth it if it saves me some colonies. Now let's look at these bees and look at their overall health. Yep, so we got beetles. There's the queen right here. Beautiful Michael Palmer queen. Right there. Look at her go. Well, this colony right here actually looks quite good. I'm pretty happy with them. There are some beetles, but the bees seem to have them under pretty good control. See down here we have some eggs and larvae. I can see bees down below, though most of the bees seem to be in this upper box. Here in a couple of weeks I'll probably come back and rotate these 2 boxes here, put the heavier one with the bees in it down below and move the other one up above. But overall it's looking like a nice healthy colony of bees. And I imagine they're going to start brooding up here pretty quickly. I think there's plenty of food in here, so I don't think we need to put any fondant on here, but I am going to suck up some more of these beetles right here. All right, let's take a look at this one. In this top box, we have queen number 74. She's put in here on September 30th, Greg Burns Nature's Image Farm queen, and she is numbered, if you'll remember. Now, these bees supposedly brood way back in the wintertime, which is what we're seeing here, a fairly small cluster. See, these towels really just aren't very effective in the wintertime. They work great in the summer when it's hot, but for some reason, a lot of the beetle control methods I use don't work as well in the wintertime. Now this colony right here is above a double screened board that I used to make the split by pulling some bees up and putting the queen in here. They are super calm. They got a little weight on them, a little bit of food. And, you know, Greg will tell you these bees brood way back in the wintertime, and that's exactly what I'm seeing. There aren't very many bees. It's a fairly small cluster. But there's the queen right there, if you can see her. Bright red. It's number 74. They look happy. They look calm. Lots of beetles through here. I'm hesitant to really get in there with the vac because I don't want to vacuum up a bunch of bees. Just got to make sure I don't get the queen. I'm going to go ahead and vacuum a few of these up. Queen's over here. I gotta make sure I don't get her. Okay, we got most of the beetles vacuumed off of there. The queen is still good. The bees seem fine. I think that's enough messing with this hive right now. Yeah, so we got plenty of food in here. For the population of bees, I just don't think we need to put a fondant patty on here, at least not yet. All right, queen number 74, you're doing good. And right here we have the double screened board here. Can be used for a couple of purposes. If you're not familiar with them, number one, you can use them for splits. The entrance goes back right here. So you pull bees up, entrance to the back, and then you put a new queen in there, a queen cell or whatever. It basically makes two colonies. The benefit too is you get the warmth from the colony below, and the bees won't harm each other. There's a screen right here that keeps them away from each other. But I've heard really good things about them, and it seems to be working well in this case. If you have a smaller, weaker colony, theoretically you could put it on top of a strong colony as well, and the warmth from that colony down below will help keep them strong. So let's see what's going on in the colony below. Looks like they're very kind of weak. We just got us a few bees down here. I want to mainly make sure they got food. I'm not really going to get in them much today. If not, I'm going to put some fondant on them. Yeah, they got some food there. Ooh, I don't know if they have much food at all. I think this is one of Gray's queens from last year, or at least it might be a daughter of one of his queens from last year. I'm not sure. Can't remember where this queen came from, if that's the case. Just a small little cluster size here. Oh man, make sure we don't have the queen over here. I'll put my hive tool here, and we got some beetles galore. I took care of those for the most part. Not sure how well you can see in here. We have a few bees, but look at all those beetles we're sucking up. And I'll be darned if it's not starting to rain out here a little bit. I think these colonies are going to be okay. These are typically, some of those bees, the Caucasian influence, they're supposed to breed way back in the wintertime, so I'm hoping that's what I'm seeing. The bees themselves look pretty good and healthy, so just really not seeing brood to speak of. So weather permitting, this is what I'm going to be doing today. Just checking on them like this, trying to suck up a few beetles, and basically look at the overall well-being of the colonies. The Beetle Sucker 5000 is a little bit tedious, but it looks like it's doing a pretty good job. Maybe to help me get rid of this beetle problem, or at least slow it way down. Hopefully those two colonies are going to be okay. We'll find out. So this colony right here was a dead out. I knew last time it had a very small cluster. It was probably headed that direction, but this one's not. Whoa. Woo. Yeah, these are a little feisty here, but that's okay. I'm just going to lift up on the weight right here and see how they weigh. Yeah, they're good and heavy. Looks like we got bees in here. Yikes, they're getting me a little bit. I might just let these girls do their thing. I think we definitely have bees in here, a nice little colony. This towel's actually catching a few beetles, so I think I'm just going to leave them alone. I think they're in good shape. Let's take a peek in this Michael Palmer queen right here. Small cluster. It's a beetle. Plenty of food, I think. Look at that. The next frame over has food on it, and this frame is food. Food is not an issue. There's the queen right here. They're not too happy with me. It's really not ideal conditions to be doing bees right now. I don't see a huge amount of beetles in here. I see a few, but I might just let them be. No pun intended. Oh, we got a lot of beetles on this side, so let me make sure Queenie is. I'll pull her off of here. Put her on the next frame over. There she goes. That way I make sure I don't smash her. Put the hive tool under here so I don't smash the bees underneath. I'm not sure if you can tell, but there are beetles galore right there. So let me go get my Beetle Sucker. Yeah, this is a pretty good looking, this is a pretty good looking colony here. I got a little bit of brood right here. Maybe getting the upper hand on these beetles will kind of help them thrive. And there's a lot of bees down in that box right there, so I'm happy with this colony. Plenty of food, don't need fondant, I don't believe. Let's see how this one looks. This one's a dead out, darn it. I think it was pretty weak last time we were in here. The interesting thing is though, if you look right here, you'll see we have some honey in here. It's just not getting robbed out for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, this bee yard's struggling this year. I really wish it wasn't, but it just is. It's starting to rain out here, and I've done these colonies right here. Well, the Beetle Sucker 5000 is effective. I'm not sure if you can tell. There's a lot of beetles in there. Just a few bees, but not very many. The bees are really almost too big to go through, but it's got a lot of beetles in there. The battery did run out on me though, so I did kill some beetles the old-fashioned way, where I just tap them on a solid surface and smash them with the hive tool. But go check out the Bug Farmer's channel. He has a video on there how he made this exact one that he sent to me. I didn't bring any soapy water or anything to kill the beetles, so I'm gonna have to take this home and eliminate the beetles that way. But anyway, that's kind of cool. These hives here, as you can see, well, it's starting to rain harder. The hives here, as you can see, a lot of them look pretty good. We had a couple that don't look very good, but maybe they're gonna get through the winter and do okay. I didn't need to put fondant on them. They actually have a fair amount of food. I'm kind of surprised by that, but anyway, that's it for now. Talk to y'all later.